Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
It is a beautiful day in
It
Chicago.
is beautiful. It is 50 degrees. I got my booties out. I mean, I got my booties on with my toes out. Let me make sure
Clean that up,
I
girl.
correct that. I have my toes out today. It is very nice
It's not that kind
outside.
of show.
No, it's not.
It's not that kind of
It's
show.
very nice. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in, who always tunes in. We definitely appreciate that. I hope
Yes.
everyone had a wonderful week.
hmm
Happy Black History Month.
Yes, absolutely. We had a wonderful week. Yesterday, we were on 88.9 FM, and it was a great time. We had a great time.
The Sam Graham Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a really good time.
They are
They
great,
invited us
group of
back.
people.
They loved our energy. We love their energy, and so
Definitely.
we will definitely be back.
hmm
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Invite us back, please.
Exactly, exactly.
So let's get this party started. We always decided that we always would do a review on some of the products that we've tried, so you guys can either try them or give your feedback to us or what you thought.
But
So,
before you go into
mhm.
something, I like your shirt that you have on. What does that say?
Oh, it says let's talk woman to woman. How appropriate.
It's available on elegantbehavior.com. Just let you know. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. I like that. I taught you well.
Okay.
So one of the first things that I wanted to review would be the Maybelline, and it's the Face Studio Matte Fix Setting Perfecting Loose Powder. And so if you can see this, I use this to set my makeup.
So
I
does it
absolutely
set it
love
and
it.
make it matte?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so it takes the shine off, and it's pretty it lasts pretty much throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't carry it around with me. So you after you've applied all of your makeup, then you just take this and tap your brush to make sure you get the excess off of your brush, and then just lightly dust your face with it, and it will set your makeup. So you can find this at Ulta actually for $8.99.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
So once you put that on, do you find yourself still being greasy like after a few hours, or
No.
so it really does
It
work?
does. It does. It's really good. It's really good. So I
Okay.
will definitely put a picture on our website. I don't know if you could see this. Might be a little shine or whatever. But
You can post it to Instagram.
yeah, we could definitely post it to Instagram and tag Maybelline in case they want me to be their spokesperson. And so, what? So the next product and I really like this, that I want to give a review. Actually, I use this every day. And this is called the Correct and Cover. Okay. And you can find this actually at your local beauty supply store for $4.99. And so basically it
That's not
covers,
bad.
yeah, it covers any blemishes or anything that you might want to cover up if you have any dark spots on your face or anything like that. And so you put this on first before you apply any of your foundation or anything like that, and you could just dab it in the areas that you want to cover, and blend it, and then apply your
Open it up so I can see what it looks like. Oh, so it's like a little pod.
yes.
Okay.
hmm
And now, do they have different shades, or
They
is
do.
it
They do. They have
okay?
different shades. And so
You put
actually
that
this
on,
is,
and then you put your foundation
yes.
on.
And so this is one of the next to the darkest. And
Okay.
so I use it,
Mhm.
and I'm just a tidbit darker than you. So I use this,
Okay.
but I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So this is what I like. Okay.
All right. Well, I have a few items to review. Usually, we always do makeup, but because we are about beauty and fashion, it's important to make sure that your hair is on point. So I have a few hair products that I use that I wanted to do a quick review on. I'm sure everyone has heard of the OK brand. The OK brand. This is the eucalyptus black Jamaican castor oil. It is really good. It's thick, but it's not too thick where it's heavy on your hair. It's really nice for natural hair. You can use it when it comes to doing hot oil treatments or anything of that nature. I even put some on my eyebrows to make them thicker a little bit. It's really good. It's really nice. It doesn't. A lot of black castor oil, it has like that scent to it where it doesn't really smell good, but it doesn't smell bad at all. It is $9.99. You can get this from any beauty supply store. I also think that Walmart has it as well.
Oh, dear. I really like that, and a little bit goes a long way.
It really does.
You don't need a lot of that at all.
Yeah, because I've had this for a long time, and I'm only at like right here, and I use it a lot. So I really like that. Another one of my hair products that I would like to give a review on is Care Styling a Wax Stick. And so this is what it looks like. I'll open it. And it's literally, excuse the hair that's on it, but it's literally a wax stick. And so what you do, you just unscrew it and just and it helps blend, especially if you have if you wear a weave, it blends your real hair and the weave together. Or even if you just want to hold your real hair, like it's a really good styling wax to keep those flyaways in place. So this stick, it is $19.99. Now this does go a long way as well. I don't use that very often because it is greasy, and it can have that shine to it. So when you use it, I would suggest you use it just very lightly. Don't use it too much because, like I said, it's very greasy. But it is $19.99. Anywhere where they sell Care products, this is available at the beauty supply store, Sally's, anywhere that they have Care products. I like Care, with the shampoo and different things that they have. I would say I'm not a big fan of their edge control. To each his own. It got really flaky with me, so I didn't care for it like that. But speaking of edge control, here is a 24-hour edge tamer by Ebony, New York. Now they have 3 different kinds of these edge controls. It actually comes in a really big jar, but you can buy this little small travel size jar for only like $2. And so especially if you're not wanting, if you don't know which edge control you would like, I would suggest you buy the small one. They have like a hold, an extra hold, and then an extra hold.
I think I have this one, right?
Yeah. So the purple one is the extra hold. It keeps the edges in place. When you see my edges laid down, I use a little toothbrush, lay my little hairs down on my edges, tie a scarf, and it is really good. And it really does hold, my edges stay laid down all day unless it come in contact with heat. But other than that, my edges are laid at all times with this. So I really like this. Again, now the actual jar is $9.99, but this little travel size jar, I throw it right in my makeup bag in my purse for just in case purposes, a little hair gets out the way. But this is only $2.99 from your beauty supply store. That's the only place that I've seen it. I don't know if they have it anywhere else, but it's the only place that I've seen it. So those are my reviews.
Okay. I don't know if you've heard, but Valentine's Day, Buffalo Wild Wings, they are offering, if you bring a picture of your ex to Buffalo Wild Wings, they will shred the picture, and you get 10 free wings if you buy 10, of course. So if you have an ex that you want to get, some wings, bring your picture.
That is so funny.
That is funny. When I heard that, I really thought that was funny.
Oh my God. So you're gonna have all these bitter people.
Do you have to be bitter because it's your ex?
That has not gotten over it? Because if you have to take your picture to Hooters and shred it, you're not over that person.
Well, first of all, you still have the picture.
Exactly. So if you have to take your picture to Hooters. Yeah. So people gonna be sitting around the bar drinking and getting drunk, shredding pictures.
Now, who's to say that that's your ex? You could just take anybody's picture.
But no, that says your ex.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, how can they prove that? If you take a picture of, anyone and just say, this is my ex, let me have 10 wings, of course, after you buy 10.
So I guess the enjoyment of just seeing their face shred into pieces.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a kick. Wow. Well, what a way to celebrate Valentine's Day. I mean, it's right around the corner. It
is. Did you get anything for me?
I'm not. I thought that's what you
used to do that.
And you used to too, and then you stopped.
Oh, so that's the reason you're not, because I don't.
So I'm just supposed to give a card and I don't get one.
It's the thought.
Okay. Well, I mean, Valentine's Day isn't here yet, so you never know. Anthony Anderson, I got his name right this time.
Yes, you did.
Anthony Anderson, this is ridiculous. I have to say this. He reveals that his mother taught him how to perform oral sex.
Excuse me. Let me just clutch my pearls.
That's what I said when I read it. I was like,
Wait,
oh
wait,
my
what?
God.
So wait a minute,
Yes.
wait. Okay, how?
Well, let me tell you. Recently, actor and Anthony Anderson, he made a visit on Conan O'Brien's late night show, and he revealed one of many life lessons that his mom, taught him, and one of them was oral sex. He revealed that his mother taught him how to perform oral sex on a woman. He was in his early 20s. Him, his friends, his brothers, they were and their girlfriends, they were all in the family room. He explained how his mother had a really big collection of flicks. I'll just say that. And they sat there and watched them in the family room like we were watching, HBO, and I don't know, and then and so and she said she vividly described what was taking place in the video, and she also um
No, I'm sorry.
gave motions. I mean, that's just ridiculous because that's kind of borderline
No, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That
pedophile type of, because granted he did say that they were in their early 20s, but that's just
a
like
conversation. No, no,
that
no.
something like that should never, in my opinion, should be a conversation that your parents have. I mean, as all the
No,
things that you could teach your son, like really.
no.
So he said the reason why she wanted to teach him is because his dad, her husband, didn't know how to give proper oral sex. So she wanted to make sure that her son knew how, and his friends. So could you imagine the friends leaving, going home
So
like,
she's
wow,
she's she's really into community service.
I can't believe I just received, lessons from this guy's mom. Like that's
No,
just that
that's no,
is
that's not good. I'm
crazy.
sorry.
That's crazy.
That's no.
On a more better note,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
that was weird.
Yeah.
On a better note, a single mom from Utah dresses up as a man to attend Dads and Donuts Day at her son's
I
school.
saw that. That was absolutely
I
adorable.
said that is so
Hmm.
cute. Whitney Kittrell is her name.
Hmm.
She is getting a lot of praise on social media for this, as she should, for dressing like a man so she can, support her son at his school event. The school was having a dads and donuts breakfast, so she dressed up like a man. She had the mustache, the beard,
It was
the
cute.
whole little goatee going, with a hoodie on, and she dressed up as a man so she can come as his dad, because unfortunately his dad, is not in his life,
That
and
was
it's,
cute.
it's so cute because he's in kindergarten. And so she said that when he came home with the papers about the dads and donuts, she kind of felt sad because it's like, well, you don't necessarily have a dad that's in your life. So, she asked them, do you want your grandfather to go? And surprisingly, the little boy, he's only in kindergarten, he smiled and said, no, I want you to go. You're my
Oh,
mom and
oh,
you're my dad.
oh.
And so it's funny because she went to the school, and people were looking at her like, "What in the world? What does this lady have on?" Because clearly it's a woman dressing as a man. And so once the little boy kind of explained what was going on, that kind of broke the ice a little bit. So I thought that was so cute.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can relate. And me and you can
Yeah.
honestly relate to that, because when I was growing up, you know how they have those daddy and daughter dances. I never went. I always wanted to go, and you don't want to go with like your grandfather or your uncle, or you want to go with your dad,
Hmm.
because everybody else is there with their dad.
Hmm.
So I can totally understand, the emotion and how the little boy and the woman felt. So
So I thought that was pretty good. She looked really cute.
yes, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
so I thought that was very nice.
it
I
was.
thought that was very nice. Katherine Jackson,
The Jackson Five Mama.
the Jackson 5 mama, yes,
Mm,
the Jackson 5 mama
okay.
has reportedly granted a temporary restraining order on her nephew.
Why? What did he do? Her
What
nephew.
you know? They always got some mess going on in their family.
Dude, to have so much money and all of that.
That's going to show you money does not bring you happiness.
They have a very dysfunctional family.
It does not bring you happiness. So she was granted a temporary restraining order against her nephew Trent Lamar Jackson by a Los Angeles judge. According to E! News, the court documents allege that Trent has been accessing Miss Jackson's bank accounts without her approval and has been using her credit cards for personal purchases, as well as emotionally abusing her.
What?
Yes. In the documents, a description of the abuse claims that Trent has manipulated Miss Jackson so much and preyed on her known kindness.
Whose child is that?
I'm really not sure because the story never clarified whose child it is. But my thing is, this is the nephew. You got a whole generation of people that's still alive. Why aren't they stepping in and making changes?
And but she's got to be like...
She's 86 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. When the police are called, because the police have been called multiple times, she then, just changes her mind and doesn't want to press charges or this, that, and the other. And so Miss Jackson's legal team spoke on her behalf and said that she will have moments of strength and tell her kids that Trent is abusing her. And, by the time they get adult protection services to come to the house, he has, pretty much convinced her by crying and begging, to not report him. And so terrible. That's a part of the, manipulating, unfortunately. And that's terrible because that's your aunt, probably great aunt. Mm-hmm. And so I just think that that's just, because we have a close-knit family, we look at that as just absolutely ridiculous. If you just need something, just come to your family member. But unfortunately, people don't have stuff like that. People don't have families or bonds like that. So right now, she's in London with Janet and her new grandchild. So, because I think Janet's on tour. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of where she is with things at the moment. But I thought that was just so sad.
That is sad. She seems to have had a lot of things to happen to her,
Yeah. That whole family, on the radio, they were joking, saying if Michael was still here, none of that would happen. I don't know what that would have to do with Michael, because all of his siblings are still here.
Where's Raby? She's not making music. Why can't she do something with her mom?
I don't know. Half of them making music.
Well, that's true.
Ain't none of them really. Ain't
Tito,
doing much.
Jermaine,
Toya, none
Jackie.
of them. None of them.
What's the other one? Randy.
All of them. This is the whole big clan. Ain't none of them. Somebody could do something.
Is the father still alive?
I was going to ask you that. I'm not sure.
Know.
I don't recall him passing away.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, we're not trying to do anything. Okay.
So at least she's in London now, but there is a temporary restraining order, and it's sad because she's 86 years old.
Yeah.
And you're taking advantage of an elder person, and that's just terrible.
It is.
I don't like that at
terrible.
all.
When you get to that age, you should be living just a wonderful life. You've experienced so much in life, and so it's terrible at that age she's experiencing that. That's sad.
Exactly. It's just terrible. Speaking of crazy things, Donald Trump is making this big deal that Nordstrom's has dropped his daughter's line, brand. First of all, who cares?
Right.
Don't nobody care about you.
No.
Don't nobody care about your daughter.
No.
Don't nobody care about Nordstrom's or your daughter.
Right.
So when you get on CNN or just all of Twitter, all of these different news outlets, we are expecting to hear news of what's going on in the world.
And how you claim that you're going to solve all the problems.
Exactly. No one cares about Nordstrom's. That has nothing to do with the state of our country at all. And so, that happens all the time. When a big retail place, if they're not being profitable to them, they're going to drop them. So you're not any different.
Exactly. The sales have dropped, and so
obviously because of her last name, I'm assuming, but that's what he is saying, that she's being treated unfair and blah 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 blah.
His skin is
discrimination and.
For you to be the president, his skin is way too thin. You can't address everything.
Exactly.
So just get over yourself. So what?
Please, like seriously, so what? No one cares. I'm tired of every news outlet. We've been hearing about this whole Nordstrom's dropping, what's her name? Ivanka Trump. So what? She still got money. So whatever. And he's not even technically supposed to even be concerned about that. You're the president of the United States, unfortunately. Your son or whoever's over your business should be taking care of that.
Well, you know what? Why is he always on Twitter? That's what I want to know.
3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's too much.
Poor Milana, whatever her name is. Melania. That's her name.
I'm not even going to make a comment. I'll just keep that to myself. I am not saying
Speaking of presidents, Barack Obama.
Yay.
He is having the time of his life.
He sure is. And I don't blame him.
No, I mean, you know what? It's well deserved. Yeah. He's had 8 years. And granted, he's been on little vacations here and there, but this is where he can just release. Could you imagine that big weight off your shoulders that you're not responsible for the state of this country anymore? And so I don't blame him. Have the time of your life. Yeah. He said that him and Michelle was going to travel. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Sasha and
the girl's name, Sasha and somebody.
We always forget people's names. That is so terrible.
I know I'm terrible with names. I can contribute mine to age.
But they, I'm sure, on weekends they'll go and, go and visit their parents or whatever. The jets sit there waiting on them once they get out of school. But I mean, it's funny because this video I saw on Facebook, this guy was saying that he felt like this jealous ex-girlfriend. And I kind of agree.
I know,
it's like
so much.
We sit here dealing with Trump and then we see pictures of Obama going kite surfing and just doing all type of stuff. But I mean, like I said, he deserves it. So go ahead. You deserve it. This country done put you through a lot. So you deserve it. This weekend, tomorrow, this is the Grammys weekend. Yes. And so I'm really excited to see the different gowns and that people are going to be wearing on the red carpet. It makes me excited for Black Fashion Week that will be on the red carpet. So I really don't watch the Grammys. I know you don't, so I'm not even going to ask you. But I do watch the red carpet. Because the Grammys sometimes can be a little boring, just like the Oscars is extremely boring. But the red carpet is rewarding. I like seeing the fashion that people have. And so some of the nominees, I am really excited that Chicago's own Chance the Rapper, he is a nominee for the Best New Artist.
Oh, okay. So you just showed me him the other day. Mm-hmm. I've heard his name. I just didn't know what he looked like.
He's young. He's like my age. And so it's like, this man, he's been seen with Beyonce, Jay-Z, just all Drake, just all type of people. So he's really like considered an A-list celebrity now. And then when I was in college, he used to do like little shows here and there in Chicago coming up. So it's really rewarding to see someone from Chicago just like who was just a regular person. Now he's the A-list celebrity. He's, he's nominated for a Grammy.
Oh, that's good.
And so, yeah. So congratulations to him with that. I'm excited for that. Go ahead, Chance. Chance the Rapper. He has a Kit Kat commercial, so he making some money.
Okay.
He making that commercial come on all the time. So he's making him some money.
Okay, good for him.
One other thing that I found that was disturbing, and I know this kind of has something to do with what you're going to talk about. A rape victim teams up with her rapist to tell their story. Not her story, but their story.
Okay. Let me just, before you even go there, you know what? I always have to chime in and say something. You know what? And I understand forgiveness. And I understand, you have to forgive in order to go on. But that is just too much. I have not reached that level of Christianity.
Now, I've seen where people would confront their killer or their rapist, abductor, or whatever. Right. Well, that's what I meant to say. Not their killer, but their the victim's family would confront the the person. But and just kind of see where your head at. Why would you
Right.
do this? Blah, 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 get some closure. But no, she's using this as awareness for rape. And she wants to tell her perspective as well as his.
What would be his perspective?
Well,
It's just ridiculous.
well, we don't have to go into
Well, I mean, the
what
only
color
way
they
we
are
go,
because I'm sure we
well,
know
I'm not
that.
even. I wasn't even gonna say that. But what?
So
This is stupid.
his perspective was that he didn't look at it as rape. He looked at it as simply sex, and that
Control.
pretty much like shit. So he never really realized. Now he did say that night he went home and kind of felt weird about himself, but it wasn't until years later that he came to terms with that he raped that girl.
He didn't feel bad, just weird.
Right. So they went to high school together.
Mm.
They were actually, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh,
And so he was trying to have sex with her. She didn't want to have sex, and then he kind of like forced himself onto her. And so she explained how that she has to live with this for the rest of her life, and it really brought her closure when she was able to team up with him to tell this story.
That's way
And
too
so I mean, it's way too much, but it's very interesting, and that takes a lot from a person to to not only to just confront him, but to wanting to work together to tell our story, not my story, but our story. You could tell your perspective, your side of the story, and I can tell mine. I can tell how you raped me.
Oh no.
It's just that's just too much. So
no, that's way too much.
I mean, but like I said, that takes a lot for someone, and so I'm sure it wasn't easy. I'm sure it took a while. It didn't just happen overnight, but it happened, and they teamed up with each other. So um, I just couldn't do it. I just don't have the time.
I have not reached that level of Christianity.
Not at all.
I just have.
Not at all. So every week we have to, or we like to acknowledge a woman doing wonderful things. Because this is Black History Month, we want to pretty much kind of surround our Woman of the Week around Black history. A 24-year-old Alice Amanko from Ghana. She develops an app for autistic children.
That is awesome.
Girl's 24 years old.
Awesome. Love it.
Yes. She says she had a desire to ease the strain of teaching and learning among children with special needs. So this pretty much was her, motivation to even to develop the app in the first place. She says she, went to visit an autism center. And she interacted with the caregivers and the different children that were there, and she realized that there was a need for help to raise awareness. That there are a lot of autistic children that are very talented, and you'll see them drawing and this, that, and the other. But so I find that was very remarkable that she took that upon herself,
That's
awesome. So how she went about doing the app is that in her final year of school, she had to do, that like the final project. And so she created an app. And so the app makes learning easier for kids with autism. So what a wonderful person you are, Miss Alice. And so you are our Woman of the Week, and happy Black History Month to you. Like that's big, so it goes to show you don't have to be this big IT person or this millionaire to have an app.
Absolutely.
Or to create an app, and it's for a good cause. So I love that.
And in line of what you're saying, we had decided that it would be a great idea that we would share our Woman of the Week on social media every Wednesday. So if you know of someone who has done remarkable things in her community, it doesn't have to be a celebrity or anything of that nature, just someone who is making a difference in our world. Hit us up on our social media sites,
Elegant Behavior,
elegantbehavior.com, or email us and let us know, and we will certainly consider making them the Woman of the Week.
Yes, and our email address is behaveelegantly@gmail.com. Again, that is behaveelegantly@gmail.com. If you want to nominate someone, please reach out to us. We would love to acknowledge women doing great things.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that leads me into this story that I wanted to share. And this it happened in 2011, but you'll understand where I'm going with this. So, Alaskan Airlines attendant Sheila Fedek noticed a young girl that appeared unkept, nervous, and out of place with a well-dressed older man who boarded with her in Seattle. She estimated that the girl was between 14 and 15 years old. She attempted to engage the two in conversation, and the man acted very defensively. So the stewardess, she left a note in the bathroom, and the young girl wrote back and said, "Please help me."
Mm.
I'm getting chills just thinking about this. So the stewardess, she alerted the pilot, and when the plane landed in San Francisco, the police were waiting to arrest the man. So as it happened, as a result of this, he was attempting to human traffic this young girl. And so as a result of her keenness and her ability to see that there was a problem, it started a workshop that was organized by the airline ambassadors, and then they decided to coincide this with Super Bowl because this is something that's relatively large, particularly around this time. And
Really? I didn't know that.
neither did I. And so that just gave me, I wanted to do more research on human trafficking. Of course, we've seen movies on Lifetime and so on and so forth, but that's a real problem. And so one of the things that she shared is that if a person, appears to be nervous or injured, or they're traveling with someone that just doesn't seem to fit, then, it's possibly a problem. So first of all, we want to say thank you to Sheila Fedek for, just being aware of
It's
the situation.
important.
And so when I decided to do a little research on human trafficking, Brittany, I was absolutely shocked.
I mean, that's important because people are so oblivious.
Totally.
They have these
at least I know I
blockers
was.
on.
Yeah.
And they'll just, just pay attention to them, just straight ahead, tunnel vision. They're not paying attention to their surroundings. And yes, when people pay attention to their surroundings, a lot of times you talk about you to protect you. But no, you should also protect others as well. We're all American citizens. We're all human beings, not even just American, but we're all human beings. And so I think that we all should look out for each other.
Absolutely.
And so that's very important to pay attention to red flags and different signs. And because she could have easily missed that. Who knows? That girl could have died or anything. She saved her life.
She sure did. She definitely saved her life.
That's really important.
And so the statistics are 1 in 6 runaways are reported likely to be sex trafficking victims. 1 in 6.
Wow.
That is absolutely amazing. Now this is going to blow you away. $150 billion is generated annually as a result of human trafficking. And so what I also learned, it is not just women or children, it's men. Yes.
Now that's surprising because a lot of times that you see men.
Yes.
And, and a lot of times you'll think, oh, when you go to countries like Thailand or, where those are the countries that they'll do human trafficking. Well, no, a lot of it's also in the United States as well.
Absolutely.
Before they, it's right here in the United States. Shoot, in the city of Chicago,
Yeah. And this young girl, she probably was a runaway or something of that nature, the one that was on the flight. And, it's just a terrible thing. So it's a huge problem that, there are organizations and hotlines and everything to assist in this, but it's a problem that people need to be aware of. And one of the things that I learned, like I said, it's not just women. It's even human organs that they will use people and sex traffic them, if that's the correct terminology, for human organs.
Wait,
this is like crazy.
So when you say that, like, how does that work?
Like if I need a body part, and you are a runaway, okay, I'm gonna take something that's working on you.
Oh my God, people are monsters.
It's sick.
It was a movie on Lifetime years ago with human trafficking.
Yes. I think you and I
watched it together with a girl. She was I think she was part of like the DEA or something like that, and she went undercover as a human trafficker and or a victim, I should say. And it just goes to show you how people just are just monsters.
It occurs across borders and within the country, as you stated. Victims are children, women, men, um, organized crimes. They're very involved into human trafficking, immigrant smuggling. It's just amazing. It's
And
just
you
amazing.
also you'll have like families where women are
Well,
they're a
so their
part of
children.
that. Or
Yeah,
no, like
yeah,
they're a part of it where their whole family, they'll have like this little tent in the back or whatever, and that's where they keep their victims.
yeah.
And I just don't understand, as a woman, how could you see another woman being treated that way over just because of some money, and a lot of that starts with like prostitution.
Yeah, it does. It does. And so it's something that, like you said, to be aware of. I'll never forget, you were very, very small. We were in the grocery store, and I saw this little black child with this white guy, and the little child was crying. And something just didn't feel right. And so I followed them throughout the store. And as it turned out, it was okay, because when they got outside, because I followed them outside, and the mother was waiting. And so the little child was just wanting to be with the mother. But these are the type of things that we need to, as a society, we need to be aware of and act on it. Of course, you don't have to be nosy and just run around. Oh, what do you don't know? But if you see something that just doesn't seem to be quite right,
You have
there's
that gut
nothing wrong with
feeling.
that.
You have that gut feeling.
You have that. Exactly,
The
you do. We all
intuition.
have that gut feeling, and so it's important to act on that, because this is something that's huge. And I'm going to do some more research on it, and we need to talk about this further.
I mean, because it was a video where it was like this study that they did on Facebook. This woman, she was in the car, she was screaming, "Help, help, help," and people were just walking on past.
Mm,
And literally only a few people stopped and got in the car, or I mean, stopped to break the window, or to try to help the woman. But it just goes to show you, a, people don't care, or people just aren't paying attention. And you have to put yourself in that mindset. Well, what if that was my mother, or what if that was my child, or what if that was me?
right.
And so I mean, because it can be you. People get snatched up at grocery stores or wherever. And especially when you travel to different islands, this, that, and the other, you have to be mindful that these people, they can see and smell that you're American from a mile away.
Yeah.
And so they hang around those different resorts and different things, and or they wait till you kind of veer off, and they seem like the nicest person ever,
Of
buy your
course.
drinks and do this, that, and the other. The next thing you know, you wake up in this dungeon looking place, because you've been drugged and this, that, and the other. And so, I remember when I went to the Bahamas, you told me, you and your friends, you guys stay together,
I
don't
sure
veer
did.
off,
I sure
but
did.
that's important.
It's
We
important.
go to the bathroom together.
Absolutely. You have
We
to be
go wherever
smart. You have
together.
to be
You have
smart.
to be smart.
It was a situation that happened just, I think, last week. They found this young lady. She had gone on this exotic vacation by herself, and like in her early 20s. And her family described her as being such a free spirit, all of that, whatever. So she goes on this trip, and they find her 3 days later. Her family had not heard from her, and their local police found her 3 days later. She had been murdered. And so I'm not saying you shouldn't take vacations by yourself, but if you do, just use some common sense and not veer off to areas that are just not
Just
safe.
stick with the other tourists. I mean, in my opinion, this is just me. I don't think it's smart to travel by yourself
I don't think I
when
would.
you go.
I know I
When
would.
I mean, if you're going for work or something like that, that's different. But if you're just traveling the world by yourself. I mean, I just, unless, like you said, you're smart about it. But then you have those people who like to veer off in the jungle by themselves, or go to some nightclub by themselves, and you got men who come to prey on people
Absolutely.
like you.
You
You
know,
know,
when I used to have to go to New York a lot for business, what I would do if I ordered room service, I would have the shower going, and they would bring the room service to my room. There, it gives the illusion that someone else is there with me. If they hear the shower going or something of that. These are just things to just you have to be safe. I remember one time I had gone and decided to eat at the bar, and I didn't like the attention that it was drawing because, I just didn't like it. Just didn't feel comfortable.
You're a woman and you're
Exactly,
at the
by
bar by
myself, and
yourself.
and so even though I had a book and I'm minding my business, eating a meal, it just didn't feel comfortable. And so, because you had people trying to buy me a drink, no, I'm having dinner. And so I decided, okay, I'm gonna start doing room service. And I would be on the phone with someone, either you or Wayne or somebody, and I would have the shower going. So it gave the illusion that I wasn't by myself. These are things that you just have to be very careful
You
of.
have to be very aware.
I mean, look what happened to Natalie Holloway when she went away with her friends for vacation, and she, went veered off with someone that she had no previous knowledge of, and never to be found again. So you have to be, mindful of these things.
And then, I mean, you see it on the movies where women are feeling spontaneous and, oh, I'm going to go with Robbio or whatever. And, we're going to do this. We're going to sit on the beach, this, that, and the other. And they will rob you blind.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
These people, they don't care about you.
No,
They're trying to come up. A lot of these people, they live in countries where they're poor, and they see you're on vacation from America. You probably got some money. I'm gonna rape, kill you, and then rob you.
Absolutely.
And it happens all the time. And there's so many Lifetime movies on different things like that.
They can run a marathon on that because it's just one scenario after another.
And these are true scenarios that
true scenarios.
You just have to be aware of your surroundings, of yourself, protect yourself, but also it does not hurt to protect someone else.
Absolutely.
And to be there for someone else. And
Absolutely.
so, I just couldn't imagine, even if I was one of the people that was in that video on Facebook and I was walking past, if I hear somebody screaming, I may not try to knock on the door or break the door down, but I'm going to stand there, call the police or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just so much stuff happening. And us as a human race, not just black or white or Mexican or whatever, but us as a human race, we should, just come together and just look out for one another.
Well, absolutely. It's the same thing as the four that were arrested. They were abusing that young man. The neighbor heard screaming. You should have called the police long before you finally did.
People had that mentality. Well, I don't want to get anyone's business, or
come on.
But then you have people that's scared, or I ain't none of my business. I'm worried about me. I ain't gonna get none of that mess. You ain't gonna have me killed or whatever.
They wouldn't know who called the police.
Exactly.
But if you see or hear of something, I mean, that's just the human thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see someone, like, thank God this stewardess, she noticed it, and she, as a result of her actions, it sparked an organization and to train the flight attendants on how to notice these type of things that probably previously had gone unnoticed.
Yes.
Let's switch gears and talk about Fashion Week.
Okay.
I am so excited about Black Fashion Week that's coming up, and that we are involved with it. I'm excited to see all the different designs that are coming. Last week we had guests, and so they're going to come out with their designs. I'm really excited about it.
I am very excited. I just bought my dress because my mom knows I'm very particular and I'm very indecisive. So I bought a very cute black dress. It's long, and I cannot wait to see myself in it and get all cute and glam, because I'm gonna be cute, and I just cannot wait. We have so many things that's going on. Let me say this real quick. With Valentine's Day literally a few days away, Elegant Behavior has a sale going on right now. Buy one, get one, 50% off on all shea butter and sugar scrubs right now. It's not limited to just one purchase, so you can get as many as you want. It's buy one, get one, 50% off. If you have a significant other, whether it's a man or a woman, get you some shea and some sugar scrub. You can either get it for you or get it for yourself. or get it for someone else. If you get it for yourself, it'll be nice. You can take a shower and get all nice and oiled up and get your body all soft before you put your lingerie on. Or you can get it for someone else so they can get all soft and put their lingerie on for you. So it is a buy one get one 50% off sale. I do not want to forget that. I'm glad I remembered. Yes, it's available now. If you use the coupon code MyValentine in all caps at checkout, you will receive your discount. And that sale, it ends on the 13th. So make sure you guys get your stuff, together and get your Valentine's Day gifts. Buy one, get one 50% off on all shades and sugar scrubs. So just letting you guys know that. Like my mom said, we have Black Fashion Week coming up. We will be on the red carpet. We'll walk the red carpet, and we're going to also be interviewing on the red carpet as well. We are also have the Black Women's Expo.
Yes, we are vendors at the Women's Black Expo, which is April 7th, 8th, and 9th, and we are so excited about that.
Yes. So you're going to see different, if you haven't already, you're going to see different advertisement about the Black Women's Expo. So, you'll be seeing advertisement from us as well. And then we also, in April, we have a launch party. We got that we're planning. The first 6 months of this year is literally every single weekend there's something going on. Yeah. And
which is a good thing. We have a couple other things brewing, and it's just a good thing because we're busy. Our business
busy is good.
Busy is great. Our business is growing. We are meeting people and networking with a lot of people, and it has just been an awesome journey. I am so excited where God is taking us. I really am.
And yes. I mean, and we just look back where we came from to see now, and it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I made a post on Snapchat the other day that, we asked God for opportunity, and literally it seems like every day or every other day there's some sort of opportunity, that has come our way that God has blessed us with. And so it's really important that, and we're not afraid to say that we have God in our business.
Not at
and
all.
So, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be.
Business.
Exactly. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just really excited and thankful. We say this almost on every show. We just can't, just say it enough how grateful we are. And so I just, I'm very happy about that. Even with the show, I wouldn't have expected for us to be on Let's Talk Woman to Woman.
Absolutely. And being, writers for 2 magazines.
Yes.
It's just so much that's going on, and it's just a great thing. And to piggyback off of what you were saying, we in praying over our business, we always ask God for wisdom and guidance. And like you said, he's definitely doing that. We were asked to participate with the girls mentoring program at our church. What an awesome opportunity, because I don't take lightly speaking into someone's life. I really don't. No. Or the opportunity that people, have given us to do that, that they think enough of us to do that. So I just think that's an awesome thing.
Absolutely. So as we're closing, as like we always say, we just want to say thank you for our support. Our viewers are growing, and they're getting, they're increasing by the week. And thank you for everyone who's watched, who's shared, just everything that we do. We thank you so much for the support. Please reach out to us. Again, email us at behaveelegantly@gmail.com. If you have someone who wants to be nominated as the Woman of the Week, if they're doing great things in their community, just great things in general, it is good for us to acknowledge that.
Because that's what we're all about, is just encouraging and uplifting other people, and so that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And also our newsletter.
Yes, our second newsletter is going to be releasing the 15th of February. Mm-hmm. It comes out the 15th of every month. If you want to stay in the loop with Elegant Behavior, get yourself added to our mailing list just by going to www.elegantbehavior.com, and it'll pop up right there on the screen. You can't miss it unless you hit the X button, but you can't miss it. Enter in your name and your email address, and you can stay linked in with us. You can see all our reviews and different things that we have coming up. Don't forget to download our app from the App Store. Elegant Behaviors, available at the Google Play Store and the Apple Store.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to follow us on social medias if you have not already at Elegant Behavior on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And we are constantly adding products to our Zuri Body Essentials.
Yes.
We just did a coffee exfoliant scrub, which is awesome. And I'm not just saying that because it's ours, but seriously, it really is good.
Yes, we have some really good reviews on that.
Yes,
so
we did.
Our soaps aren't on sale, but our shea butters and sugar scrubs are. So do not forget to check us out on our website at www.elegantbehavior.com. We have a buy one, get one 50% off sale. Use the coupon code MyValentine in all caps, and you can take advantage of our sale. The sale does end on the 13th. So you only got a couple more days to get your stuff together and, take advantage of our sale. And I don't have anything else in regard. That's all that we have coming up, right? We got so much. I'm just trying to remember everything, trying to get everything.
Right.
But I think that's about it. Just thank you again for watching us on Let's Talk Woman to Woman. Up next, we have Connections, hosted by Pastor Kevin McGee. Their show is from 12 to 1 every Saturday. And again, thank you for watching Let's Talk Woman to Woman with Elegant Behavior on IntellectualRadio.com.